Hello, my name is Ioana, and today I'm going to be talking about a case study that focuses on a problem that a product, a glue produced by H.B. Fuller, is causing problems in Honduras. So, to give a little bit of background about Honduras, it is one of the poorest countries in the world, and its unemployment reached 20 to 30%, with even a 40%, with an additional 40% in agriculture. So with this being said, the children are forced to quit school and go to work, and they can only feel content and feel this sense of happiness by drugging themselves. And this is why they choose to drug themselves with the glue produced by H.B. Fuller, because, as mentioned in the chapter, it is found everywhere and it is affordable. So Chapter 1 focuses on two ethical points of view of Milton Friedman and Edward Freeman. Milton Friedman believes that a business should use its resources only to focus on making profits as long as they are not engaging in fraud. And he believes that businesses don't have social responsibilities and only individuals do. So in this particular case, he believes that the company, H.B. Fuller, has zero responsibility about any children that sniffs their product. According to him, all the actions that the company took to stop the children from drugging themselves with their product were unethical, because the employees spend the time and the money of the company other than spending their own time and money. So for example, if he believes that every individual has the right to support any social cause they want, to engage in any social problems, as long as they are spending their own time. So the director, the vice president of Cativo, Beto, he was spending the company's money and resources to fix this social problem, which in Milton Friedman's point of view was unethical, because then he becomes a social public employee other than the company's employee. And according to him, he believes that any step that has been taken to protect these kids is unethical. So for example, I did some research and I found out that the company actually increase their price by 30% of the glue in Latin America. And to Friedman, that is unethical, because the company decided how to spend the customer money. So for example, if I were a customer and I was purchasing the glue, the company, H.B. Fuller, decide how to spend my money, that 30% that I pay. Maybe I would decide to spend the money on another social problem, or not spend it at all on a social problem. Moving on to Edward Freeman, which he has a completely different point of view, and he believes that the business should create value for customers, suppliers, employees, communities, basically managing for stakeholders. And he believes that the focus should be on relationships and how well they are managed and what value they produce. So for example, if a business has a group that affects it, then the focus should be on that group. So in this particular case, the focus should be on the children that are sniffing the drug, the glue. He believes that nowadays companies are becoming more and more complex, and there is so much uncertainty in the industry that if you, as a business, only focus on profits, you are gonna fail. Over the years, the laws actually have shifted their focus into taking into account the interests of groups. So, in reality, the H.B. Fuller company actually agreed with Edward Freeman's point of view, and the company took some steps to protect the kids. One of the steps the company took was changing the chemical formula and making the glue less sweet, so that way it's less attractive for the kids. Also, they try to help the economy of Central and Latin America by continuing selling the product, but with, as I mentioned earlier, with an additional 30% on the price. So to summarize, Edward believes that it's the company's social responsibility to take all the actions necessary to lower the drug abuse of the children in Honduras, even if that is a social problem due to the economic conditions. I personally believe it's a really complicated situation to be in as a manager, and I personally don't 100% agree with neither of the ethical point of view. I agree with Friedman that a business should focus on creating profits and should only use its resources to create the profit, as long as, of course, they are not creating any fraud. But I also agree with Edward Freeman that the business should be socially responsible for its actions, and just some problems are too important to wait for to the slow course of the political processes, and having the business involved, it's such a more faster and surer way to solve the problem. But if I were to pick, I would pick Milton Friedman, because I do believe managers should only focus on creating product. And in this particular situation, that was a social problem. So let's say as a manager, I decide not to sell the product anymore to protect the kids would find a replacement, a substitute for the product. I do believe, though, the manager should have the social responsibility to not have a campaign, but somewhere along the lines, and give all their customers the side effect of the product. So for example, the smoking is not banned, but there are so many campaigns, so many ads that everybody knows smoking is bad and how bad and why. So to summarize, I am in the middle of the spectrum of the both ethical point of view, but I tend to go more with Friedman because I believe a manager should only focus on making profits. And as a manager, you are only good at making profits. You're not good at making social campaign, drug abuse campaigns. But I do believe a public employee or a social employee should be in charge of the society welfare, just not the company. Thank you.